Hey, what's up, guys? It's Logic here. I am in bed. I'm just getting over being sick because I kept pushing it while I was working, because I was working on a lot of stuff, and we're about to move to San Diego. But I just wanted to hit you guys up, man, and just say how much I love you and I appreciate you. And, I did that video about being molested and sexual experimentation and sexual abuse, all that, and things that I've gone through and things that I've done. And, I really don't be in the comments, but people were telling me, bro, and showing me, look at this, look what this person said. You really are out here helping people with being so open and honest. And, I like to be funny and XYZ and all this other stuff, but, for a real, just to take a moment, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your love and support. The hardest thing that you can do is be yourself. Think about that. The hardest thing that you can do is be yourself. I mean, look at me. I'm Logic in hip hop. I get it all the time. You're not black. You're not da-da-da-da. I am a black man. I look white as fuck, but I'm a black man. That's who I am, and that's who my daddy is, and all my brothers and all my sisters, and I'm proud to be me. You know what I mean? And that's all I have to really say about that. My whole thing is just peace, love, positivity. The fight for equality for every man, woman, and child, regardless of race, religion, color, creed, and sexual orientation. That's my fight. That's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep on doing that, man. Spreading that positive message. A lot of people don't understand me. They don't get me. They want me in a box. I look a certain way, act a certain way. They want to try to put me in a box, but you can't. Yeah, I'm the first of my kind. You know what I mean? I'm the first black, white looking motherfucker in rap. It is what it is. And I think about that sometimes, and I think about how it's so funny that it's still a thing. But of course it is, you know what I mean? I think it's a perception of me. I mean, I'm surrounded by black excellence, you know what I mean? My best friends in the world, my family, my brothers, my sisters, my father, and I'm proud of that. I'm so proud of that, man. It's really funny, man. I feel just, taking a moment. I feel like I'd always been the outcast, and I never fit in. Even as a kid, when my brothers, putting guns in my hand and fucking selling drugs and cooking crack and running around in the streets, there was always something different about me. And they knew that too, you know what I mean? So as I got older, I was like, I don't want to cook crack again. I don't want to shoot a gun again. I don't want to do these things that I was doing. And I was like, I want to focus on the positive aspects of life. I want to make it out of my hood. And I can't believe I did it. I really did it. That's why I love on the song Wake Up, where it says black man can't even get himself a bachelor. Dropped out of school, then he picked up the spatula. That's deep for two reasons. Because it's dropped out of school and he picked up the spatula to either cook drugs with, fucking flip burgers. Black man can't even get himself a bachelor. Dropped out of school, then he picked up the spatula. Because he never had a good role model, just a hood role model. No, I know that's the old model. Because we breaking that cycle. That's a real thing. We're breaking that cycle. A lot of motherfuckers in the hood and they all doing good. Yeah, I see it all the time, but they only want to push all the drugs and all the crime on Channel 9. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not here, I'm blessed enough to have made it out and not become a stereotype. And I'm not gonna lie, for real, it's a real thing. My identity as a black man, also being white, it's something that I never struggled with, and I don't struggle with it. I think other people struggle with it. I think other people don't know how to take it, what to do. Other people, you know what I mean? And I get that, because my biggest thing is I'm just here to spread peace, love, and positivity. I'm here to fight that fight, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I've never been this vocal before, right? I've kind of only always left into music, and I've never really talked about it. I've never really done interviews about it, but now I don't need to do interviews. Anybody who wants to know, shout out World Star. Anybody who wants to know, come see me, come fuck with me over here, And, being surrounded by black excellence, being surrounded by my brothers and my sisters and my family and the people that I love is the most beautiful thing ever. And, I just want to say, be you no matter what. And I heard, my friends were saying how people was hating on the Ice Cube cover and other people was loving the Ice Cube cover and just people going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Meanwhile, I'm playing with my son and playing Mario and Super Meat Boy and shit. And there's, I guess, this debate going on. I didn't even know about it. I'm just over here doing my thing. I feel anybody who's you can't sing a song, that you can't do this, it's just watch me. You know what I mean? What do you mean? As an artist, I'm gonna do what I want to do, And funny thing is, I talked to Ice Cube about it too. I texted him. I was like, hey, Ice Cube, man, I covered your song. And I was like, thank you so much for what you did. Because when my daddy was out in the hood smoking fucking crack and he wasn't there for me, your music was there for me. You educated me. You taught me how to make it out of my hood, how to not follow the cycle, follow the pattern, how to become a good, upstanding man. And then we went back and forth, and he sent me some real love. And I ain't no bitch. I didn't screenshot it and post it on the internet look, y'all. Well, for what? Why the fuck would I do that? Because to be quite honest, Ice Cube's acceptance still has nothing to fucking do with y'all's opinion. You can still feel however the fuck you feel. First of all, shout out to that, man. Nothing but love there. But it's a funny thing, man, motherfuckers is wild. There's a big difference between the internet and reality, real life, you know? And a lot of my black brothers and sisters in life and in entertainment been texting me like, keep being you, keep being you. And they're like, man, it's hard. It's hard to see, you know, people hating on, they don't know you. They don't know you. And I'm like, they never will know me. They don't want to know me. Anybody who don't like Logic ain't never gonna like Logic. And I'm not here to try to tell them otherwise. I'm not, you know. And I think a lot of my career, I was like, love me. Why don't you accept me? I'm black, for real. What the fuck? That was just me being a young 20-some-year-old kid. Now here I am into my 30s. Could give a fuck. But it's a real could give a fuck. And I think the reason I'm doing this video right now is because I just want to let y'all in more than ever. The hardest thing one can do is be themselves. If nobody told you today, I want to tell you I love you. If nobody told you today, I want to tell you you're doing a good job. Life can be really hard, you know. I remember just coming up how I came up, it was very difficult. Powdered milk, food stamps, Section 8. There's people watching me right now who ain't got shit. Meanwhile, I'm in a fucking mansion. It doesn't matter where I lay my head at night. It doesn't matter what I wear on my body. Me and you, the person watching, we're the same. We're the same. You know, my money does not define me. My status does not define me. You're an amazing person. And whatever it is that you want to do with your life, you can and will do it. My only advice and suggestion is that you don't do it to chase something like fame or notoriety. It's okay as a human being to want those things, but I think always from right here, you know? There's a time in my career where I definitely always put my heart into shit, but it's just so different now. Because there's like, you know, once again, I can't say I don't give a fuck about things. You know, if somebody says something hurtful or mean or da-da-da, it's like, of course, I'm a human being. And for years and years and years, I used to be so angry with myself that when somebody would say something towards me, that it hurt. People would be like, this is hip hop, you gotta have tough skin, da-da-da. And then I woke up one day and was like, bro, I'm a sensitive, emotional human being. If somebody's gonna say some shit, it's okay that it hurts, bro. But what you're in control of, Bobby and viewer, how long you let it hurt and how much you let it hurt you. You are in control of that. And when I realized that, I was like, damn, that's deep. A homie of mine told me the other day, he was like, you're hip hop supervillain. I was like, what? What the fuck you mean? He's like, you're hip hop supervillain. I'm like, what? He goes, bro, you represent peace, love, positivity, you rap great, you're black but you're not, you know what I mean? Like, you're black and you're white, like, you know, they hate your ass, man, and they hate you for being you. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I think about my journey that I've been on the internet, right? And how I left for 5 years. Like, think about this. And like, literally after a couple weeks of being back, motherfuckers all over the place. And it's kind of cool. And it's also cool to be all over the place, like, for the right, just spreading peace, love, positivity. You know what I mean? Just being yourself. And I want to tell you guys, man, I'm really excited to see you on tour. I'm really happy. Like, I'm at a crazy place in my life, man. And I spent my whole career focusing on the negative. I really did, you know, and I'm not doing that shit. No, I haven't done it for 5 years, you know, and now that I'm back in the public eye, I'm really going to focus on the positivity, you know what I'm saying? It takes more muscles in the face to frown than it does to smile, but motherfuckers love frowning. I think it's important to just always talk about what's on your mind and not hide it. You know, back in the day when motherfuckers was like hating on me or whatever, I would just try to like put on this happy face, like, it's all good. Yeah, no, you're not affecting me at all. No, like, you're not affecting me. I think the funny thing now is just like being honest and open is everything. I don't say all this whole thing isn't just about me, bro. This is deeper, you know what I mean? And so the reason that I'm doing this is because so many artists and musicians love to pretend like their life is perfect, they're bulletproof, nothing can hit them, nothing hurts them. And I'm here to say, I'm a human being, you know what I mean? And I ain't perfect, and I don't have all the answers. Nobody does. I do want to talk about how happy I am to be back and to be talking about real shit. That's why I'm so excited for this tour, if I'm being honest. Like, this is a real thing. Like, yo, this tour is going to be so special. Long story short, we're bringing the basement to the stage. It ain't going to be some just I come out. It's going to be intimate. It's going to be a conversation every night. And this tour gives me a chance to see my fans. And I'm doing the Q&A before for the VIP shit. I'm doing questions. I'm doing all types of stuff. And I'm excited. I'm happy. I don't know. I just woke up. It's like 6 in the morning. And I just want to tell you guys that I love you. And the cool thing about vlogging, though, is like, I don't know why, like, not everything has to be some fucking big show, you know? Like, not everything has to be this grandiose green screen, da-da-da. And I think that this is what this is, where you get rid of all the bullshit and you just talk and you have a conversation, you know? To the person viewing this, to the person listening to this, I want to tell you once more, I love you. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, I love you. And thank you for listening to my music. And thank you for fucking with me. And the funny thing too is like, this is so beyond music now. Like, I'm over that shit. I'm so like, this is my future. What you guys are saying right now, this is my future. I mean it. Like, talking to y'all, opening up conversations peacefully, talking about life and unapologetically being me. This is my future. You know, I wanna be funny. I wanna do wild shit on the internet and Montana reviews and funny videos. I spent my entire career, well over a decade, trying to show the world the coolest side of me. Like, no, but I'm cool though. Like, I should be respected. Like, you should take me seriously. Like, take me serious. Like, but like, no, like, I'm black. Like, don't you know? And it's just like, man, who gives a fuck, bro? Who gives a shit, man? Just be you. And that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go play with my little baby. You guys wanna see it? Here we go. Let's go. I gotta go to Seth MacFarlane's house later. Flex. How crazy is that? All right, get going. What you doing? What y'all doing here? Daddy's vlogging. You have a boo-boo? Is it a fake boo-boo or is it a real boo-boo? Are you sure it's real? Let me see it.
He does have a real little boo-boo.
On his finger?
Just a tiny little like nick.
What happened?
I have no idea.
How did you nick yourself?
I don't hold you a knife.
What? You were holding a knife? He was holding a knife? Woman, what is going on? You were holding a knife? What? You don't call Child Protective Services, man. They gonna call it on us. What happened? You weren't holding a knife, right? No, you weren't.
What?
No, you weren't. Tell the truth. Were you holding a knife? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, well.
No, baby. We were never holding a knife. Something maybe had a little tag on it or something. And it got you.
Can you give Daddy a kiss? I love you.
I love you.
Oh, you turning it off? Here, come on.
No, don't do it.
What? You want to hold it? Here. Well, no, don't turn it off. No, don't turn. Now you're vlogging. What do you have to say to the world? Say something.
Daddy.
Oh. What do you have to say to the people? Say, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Can you say peace, love, and positivity?
Peace, positivity.
Yeah, that's right. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hey, where are you going?
With you.
You going to the living room? Okay, cool. Do you like to listen to Prince music? Do you like Prince?
No, I don't.
Yeah. He said, oh, you don't like Prince? Do you like Nas? Yeah? Here, look.
What do you want to show?
Let's dance. Come here, let's dance to Prince.
Good dancing, baby.
You want to show your farm?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got here?
Animal.
You got animals?
Dog.
That's a cow. Chicken.
Pig.
Yeah, it's a pig.
Naughty.
And a horsey.
Down.
Cowboy?
Down.
That's cool.
Right down. Right there.
That is a cow. Can I ask you a question? What's your name?
Bobby.
What is your name?
Bobby.
And what is your full name? Very good boy. And how old are you, little man?
3.
You're 3 years old. You are 3. What's your favorite number?
3.
It's a little narcissistic, don't you think? Just kidding. What's your favorite thing to do?
Red.
Play? Play with me? That's your favorite thing?
Yeah.
Too bad I'm a workaholic. Could you imagine? I love cuddling.
I want you.
Huh?
I want you.
You want to film Daddy?
Okay.
What is that for? What is it for?
What's it for? It turns off the
Oh, I
vlog.
need to make food.
Bobby, what's your baby brother's name?
Yo.
Are you excited?
Let me see Leo, honey. Oh my goodness, my little baby in there.
Want to go say hi to Leo this morning?
Yeah, come say hello to your little brother.
Hi, little baby.
Hi, little baby Leo.
All right, I am going to make me some breakfast. Trying to watch my figure just a little bit. I don't know if you could tell. No, but I definitely am. I've just been on the health vibe. But these last 10 days, we were recording a bunch of shit. Was definitely not the healthiest. It wasn't terrible, but I was definitely drinking liquor every. See, this is the duality of me, I think, as Bobby, as just a man, as like, I'm like, you know, you can be serious, you can be this, but then also you're funny. So, you know what I mean? Life is like, it ain't that deep, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Be you. Yo, honestly, can we just talk about this zit? Oh, God. I used to have the worst acne ever. Can we just talk about it? Whoever is watching me right now with like gnarly acne, it's all good. Don't worry about it. This too shall pass. My acne used to be so bad. Like, it was cystic, it was everywhere. When it was so bad that I legitimately have.
Whoosh. What is Superman?
Superman, Superman. Superman. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to, my acne was so bad that it's like, I feel like that's all anybody saw. And I know that's all anybody saw. Like, I used to work at this flower shop, you know, like a pretty girl would walk in and I'd be like, ooh, like, wow, she's so pretty. And then I talk to her, but she's doing this. Like if this is the eye line, right? She's doing this. Like looking around at my fucking face and shit. I was like, oh, yikes. But who gives a fuck? Let's talk insecurities. I used to be super insecure of like my hair. Look at my shit. You know what I mean? I used to be super insecure of that. And like even my body, but it's like, dude, look at me. I'm a normal 33-year-old man. This is how you look. I probably should have just shown myself doing that. Let's pretend like I'm doing it again. Beep, boop, bop, beep. That's how the internet be. They be like faking shit. Beep, boop, bop, bop. Yeah, dude, like I used to be so insecure about these things, you know, and even getting older, like, bro, look at me. I am fucking young. Look at them. I'm a young guy. I'm young. I'm 33 years old. I look like I'm in my early 30s. But when you're age in front of millions of people, it's can be a difficult process. I'm like past all that shit. No, I'm just kidding. I am. The way you get past it is just like loving and accepting yourself. And that was one thing that was really difficult about being on the internet when I is like, you'll love and accept yourself. Like all this, you know, I could be insecure about my hair, insecure about my body, or whatever the case may be, and then finally wake up one good day and go, you know what? Fuck that. I'm just gonna be me. I love myself. And you hug yourself and you say, I love myself. And then you go on the internet and somebody's like, your hairline's fucked up, you old skin fucking fat motherfucker. Like, and you're like, oh shit, never mind. You gotta just learn how to get past that thing. And the biggest thing I think is not subjecting yourself to it, right? So like, why would you willingly go to like a club that's like the fuck you club? So whoever you are in the comments right now, you know, little Mary Jane, you know, Daquan, like whoever's in there, imagine there's a club that says fuck Daquan. Would you willingly drive to that club and sit down as everyone takes the podium to shit on you? No, why the fuck would you do that? That's the internet. You know what I mean? It really is, especially when you're someone like myself, as polarizing as I am. So I don't really subject myself to it, but you also can't ignore it. You can't pretend like it doesn't exist. If you can take the positive, you need to learn how to accept, not take, but how to accept the negative as well. So it can be very difficult when you're happy with who you are and you love who you are, but then you go out into the world and they throw gasoline on your insecurities. It can be a hard thing to deal with. But we navigating, baby. Another thing I've learned is you cannot change someone's perspective of you. I spent a lot of my career trying to do that, like trying to, I don't know, just like haters aren't watching this. There's a reason that this particular thing doesn't have millions and millions and millions of views, because nobody actually really gives a fuck about a nice guy hanging out with his family and talking about life. Nobody gives a shit about that. They only care about the clicks and the this and the da-da-da-da-da, and they don't care to really get to know or get to appreciate anybody, you know. But I think this is different. This is like a, you know, I think that I kind of did what I'm doing now years ago. Back in 2015, I had like my game channel and shit like that, but I think I stopped it because I was like, Kendrick Lamar ain't vlogging. Like in a way, I was like, I need to be taken seriously. J. Cole doesn't vlog. I could give a fuck. Those guys are amazing. I'm not those guys. And I just woke up one day and realized that, you know, it's very important to know that. To be you, double down on being yourself. That's the wildest shit. Once I doubled down on just being me, my life changed. And not every day's a fucking cakewalk, ladies and gents. I really mean it, but it does get easier. When the more you're the more you are you, the harder as well. It's weird. It's like, it's harder, but it's not, I don't know. These are my vitamins for today. I have to take I have to take pills with food because I'm such a bitch. Like I could take Advil with water, but this shit makes me gag. I just can't do it. Fuck. Come on, here we go.
No, what's happening?
One down. Oh, fuck. The process. Anybody else feel this way? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm not gonna read them. No, I'm just kidding. They get sent to me. The good ones get sent to me, honestly. I think the overall message for this particular vlog, which is gonna be like everyone I ever do, be yourself. Let me talk to you about one thing. I haven't talked to my dad in a couple of years. He always like, there's just like this boundary, and he always seems to cross it. And I really do love him, but it was always just like a money thing, like asking me for money. And you know, and some people could be like, well, that's your family. You gotta take care of your family. So, oh, okay, well, I'm one of 9. So that means I have 8 brothers and sisters that are all grown, except my little brother, which my dad somehow had after a vasectomy 30 years after he had me, but anyway, whatever. So that's 9 siblings. I'm supposed to buy them all homes. And even if I did buy them all homes, who's gonna pay that mortgage on those homes? And even if I did pay the mortgage on those homes, a lot of their kids, because they had kids when they were kids, are now adults. So do I have to pay for homes for all their kids too? And don't forget the cousins, and don't forget it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I've helped my family. I've given motherfuckers $10,000 cash and his shit was gone in a week. I paid $10,000 to learn a lesson. That's what I did. My dad called me up. He's, hey son, need $800,000 to build a studio for me and my niggas. That's exactly what he said. I said, Dad, I'm not giving you $800,000. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a recovering crack addict. Like, I'm like, no, thank you. But you know what we can do? Go fishing. Maybe throw a little catch. My dad he's a funny man. But he's getting older, you know? And I really want to still try to have a relationship with him. I think the difference between my father and my mother, as a person who has been sexually abused, what my mother did to me was like psychological rape, if I'm being honest. She did the wildest shit. Sleep deprivation, almost choked me to death as a child, beating, just the wildest shit. You know, she would just leave for days at a time. I'd have to fend for myself at 9, 10 years old, like wild shit, you know? She'd smoke cigarettes over buying food. You know, she'd hit me and all my brothers and sisters with like the hard R, even though she was fucking black men, which is all systemic because her family was racist, but she was obviously attracted to black men and has various children from various black men. It's some deep shit, okay? And she is mentally unwell. She's a very sick woman. That's why I don't talk to my mother. And a lot of people, they'll be like, you gotta talk to your mama, you gotta talk. But it's like, what if a father raped his daughter? Well, that's your daddy, you gotta talk to your dad. You gonna be saying the same shit? No. That's what I experienced my whole childhood. I mean, mentally scarring shit. My mom naked, running around the house, bloody, fucking cut up, just like seances and shit going on, like the wildest shit. But that's why she's not in my life. We'll talk more about that in the next episode of Logic's Fucked Up Childhood. I just call myself Logic, that's weird. Because I don't feel like it. I always just feel like Bobby. And what my dad is just a man who's made a lot of mistakes. And at 68 years old, he may not be here much longer. And I don't want to hold on to any kind of animosity. I've definitely forgiven my father. There's a wall that's up though, for sure, because I've been let down every time. Every time. I was so broke, I couldn't play sports. I couldn't afford jerseys. I couldn't afford to be on a league. But my dad is the type of dad that's like, I'm gonna be at the game, son, I promise. And he doesn't come. And then he does it again and again. But you know what he did do? Actually, real talk, he'd be like, I'm gonna come pick you up this weekend. I have all my shit outside. I'm waiting on the curb from like 10 a.m. to like 8 o'clock at night. And my mom's like, oh, it can make me cry right now that I actually think about it. And it's like, come on, Bobby, like, he's not coming. What? That's why I love my damn little boy so much. You know what I mean? So here I am trying to rebuild this, not even rebuild, there was never anything built, a relationship with my father, because there was a time I thought he'd be dead and in the ground and I would have never seen him again. So there's a part of me that's in his 50s that's looking back like, I wish I had tried again, but I can't because he's dead. And that's me just trying to time travel. So here I am talking to my dad again. Seems to be going good, and I'm excited for where that's gonna go. The cool thing about all this shit is like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing this shit for views. I would like to build my channel 100%. I mean, I have an end goal for this. Like, I want to be who I already am, but just on YouTube. You know what I mean? I just want to do shit, and I want to connect with people and fans and spread a positive message. So I think the takeaway from today is be yourself, love yourself, even in the depths of adversity and hardship. This too shall pass. My boy Travis Parker with a P, he put me onto that phrase. I know he didn't create the phrase, and I've heard it before, but it never hit quite like the time Travis Parker said, this too shall pass. I also relate that to good times. Got a promotion, you got a job, you got this, you got this. This too shall pass. You get a job, you can pay your bills, but then a year and a half, 2 years, 10 years go by, and you're like, fuck this job, this shit doesn't make me happy. This too shall pass. Some of y'all watching this may have a family member pass away tonight. They're here now, you guys are happy now. This too shall pass. And that pain will come, and it will be very, very difficult to deal with, but this too shall pass. So live in the moment. That's a real thing. Do the best that you can to tell those around you that you love them. Do the best that you can to spread a message of peace, love, and positivity. And with that, I bid you good day. I love you guys. Peace out. Shut the fuck up.